Tradition is a word that has many different meanings to different people.
It may evoke images of a quaint rural village or some sort of comfortable feeling.
A feeling that things are being done in a proven and time-honored manner.
Tradition is a word that conjures up a feeling of emotional well-being and security, and perhaps a longing for times when life was less complicated and people took pride in their craftsmanship.
Parsons Paper was founded in 1853 by Joseph Clark Parsons. At Parsons Paper, tradition has a special meaning.
Tradition here involves an old-fashioned pride in quality, pride in craftsmanship, and a dedication to customer satisfaction. A dedication that just can't be found in the hustle and bustle of mass production.
At Parsons Paper, we carry on a tradition of working in partnership with our customers. A partnership that has spanned almost a century and a half. A tradition that means personal service, quality products, and the secure feeling that you will not become just another account number.
Here at Parsons, the tradition continues.
We manufacture the finest quality paper, including our internationally respected museum-grade board and fine art papers. This is just one of our products that are being produced the old-fashioned way. It is produced slowly and with handcrafted pride.
It is the one reason that Parsons Paper has survived, while the rest of the Paper City mills have closed.
There is always room in the market for a high-quality product at a fair price. We are the nation's leading supplier of 100% rag calendar roll fill.
Scenes from the early 1900s show how workers removed buttons, zippers, and foreign material from the rag cloth before it was processed.
Today, nearly a century later, the same careful labor is employed. Our labor-intensive process translates into quality and the pride of perfection.
Once the rags are sorted, they are cut into smaller dimensions by a hand process, which affords an additional inspection for foreign material. The process is unchanged since the turn of the century.
The smaller strips of rags are placed into a cutter, where the cotton rags are further reduced in length and then are blown into a large boiler. Here, they are treated with a chemical mixture.
The material is then cooked for several hours to rid itself of dirt and contaminants.
The cleaned rag mixture is then sent to a large oval vat known as the washer.
Just as it was over a century ago, careful attention to creating a pure product is vitally important. Fresh water is continuously added and dirty wastewater is discarded.
This further removes dirt and impurities. The water is then filtered and recycled for future use.
These fibers are then pumped to a storage tank, where they await transfer to the wet lap machine.
At this point, the wet lap machine takes the cotton pulp fiber and converts it into a wet lap form.
The mixture fiber and water slurry is reduced during this process to a semi-solid state.
The wet laps are then stored for future use.
As in the old days, pH must be monitored, especially in the production of acid-free papers.
The laboratory has undergone modernization, but has not lost the hands-on touch that has been our hallmark. In the past, the mixture was then drained into a large storage chest that was appropriately called the drainer, where the fibers were kept until needed.
Today, it is converted into a wet lap form.
A large blending device known as the hydropulper then blends the pulp, water, and the broke in a large vat.
The blended product is then sent to the beater.
This is the machine in which the pulp is beaten to prepare for paper making. From here, it is transferred to a beater chest, which keeps the pulp agitated to maintain its uniform consistency before transfer to the refiner.
The refiner works in conjunction with the Jordan.
Pulp is further refined and water is mixed in until a smooth mixture is obtained. The refined pulp then is transferred to the machine chest, where it is stored before passing through a filtering system, which further removes dirt and contaminants. Here, pulp is also recovered from the save-all.
The next step is processing the fiber into the final form that the product will assume.
This process is accomplished by a complicated-looking piece of machinery, which is known as the Fourdrinier.
This is the actual paper-making machine. It is divided into two major categories, the wet end and the dry end. It is a complicated process.
It is here that the craftsman's skills and experience shapes the destiny of the final product. Manual adjustments and careful measurement coupled with a skilled and practiced eye deliver unsurpassed quality.
At the dry end of the paper machine, after passing through the size press, the calendar stack smooths the surface of the paper.
Constant tension reel winders collect log-like rolls of paper which are transferred to a sheeter, which cuts the paper to size.
Although the paper is now in the final form, the job is not finished. Eagle-eyed inspectors hand-examine the finished product before final cutting and careful packaging.
In an age where careers with one company are often measured in years instead of decades, the same is not true here. While it is increasingly hard to find sons and daughters working for the same employer as their parents, we are fortunate to have craftsmen who are working at the same jobs that their parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents did.
Their work is more than an income. It is an old-world tradition of craftsmanship and pride. Pride in producing the finest paper products available.
Acid-free, alum-free archival paper, calendar roll fill, diploma parchments, artificial parchments, museum-quality fine art paper, and cotton fiber ledgers, indexes, and bristles are our specialties.
These are the labor-intensive products that our craftsmen create. We provide the flexibility and personal attention that only a small specialty mill can provide.
When only the best will do, rely on our experience and traditional, old-fashioned dedication to quality.
Today, in the once great paper city, only one mill remains.
Parsons Paper. The tradition continues.